Hey guys, you miss me. All right, so I am super excited to do this video. I've been waiting to do it because I wanted to do a review on the most recent four shows that I've watched. I wanted you guys to see who we're rerunning from: Billionaire's Bunker, Stranger Things, and Snowfall, my favorite one. All right, so the first one is going to be Who Are We Running From? This show, I think, was the most recent one that I just finished, and I really enjoyed it. It's about a mother and daughter that's on the run. Um, they've been on the run for 18 years. I believe the daughter's 18 years old, and basically, they've been on the run since she was born. So the mother left home. She got pregnant when she was young. Her parents were not happy with her and they tried to take the baby. So she wasn't going to let that happen and she left. They basically spend their lives living in luxury hotels. They go shopping a lot. And when, um, when the police are closing in on them, they run. So whenever they have to run, they basically know that, you know what I'm saying, we're only here temporarily and we're going to have to keep moving. So she's taught her daughter how to swim very well. She's taught her daughter a lot of skills. Her daughter is very smart and she's extremely, extremely attractive. So they run into a lot of issues because of that. But yeah, the mom will stop at nothing to protect her daughter. Let's just say that. So it is a little bit more of a thriller than anything. It's not just, simple running away. Oh no, they don't play. And the daughter, she kind of develops a little bit of her mother's personality towards the end, and I feel like she is going to be more of a beast than her mother. So I'm expecting it to be a spin-off, not a spin-off, but a second season. So there's only one season right now, and I'm expecting it to be a second. And I do believe that this is a brand new show for this year. So if I were to rate it, I would give it a 7 out of 10. All right, and then the next show is going to be Billionaire's Bunker, which is this one right here. Um, I watched that one actually before Who We Were Running From. And this show is about some billionaires who invest their money into a bunker because there is supposedly about to be a natural disaster and they want to make sure that they're good. They're basically supposed to survive beyond all civilization after this natural disaster. So they go to live in this bunker that they've paid a lot of money for. They bring their kids, they bring their families and things like that. And but soon they're going to realize that it's more to this bunker than what they thought. And what they invested their money in is not what they're getting. So they become very upset and they start to definitely do some research of their own to see what's going on. So for Billionaire's Bunker, I will also give this a 7 out of 10, only because the quality, the video quality is amazing, but it is a low budget film where it's kind of set in the same setting. The show is basically in the bunker. So I give it a 7 out of 10. All right, the next show that I would like to touch base with is Stranger Things. So I know a lot of you probably have already seen this, but a lot of people haven't. So I tried to get into Stranger Things when it first came out, but I just couldn't get into it. I'm not sure what was keeping me from it, but I just kept trying to go back to it and be like, okay, let me try to watch it again. So I finally got back into it because I think somebody at my job was like telling me about the last season. And so I was like, okay, don't tell me. Let me just go watch it. And Winona Ryder is a legend, y'all. Like Beetlejuice used to be one of my favorite movies when I was little. And anything Winona is in is going to be good. So I was like, let me give it a try. Y'all, I give it a 9 out of 10. So I only give it a 9 out of 10 because I didn't really like the way it ended. But there's 5 seasons. And the most recent season ended, I think, earlier this year. couple months ago. I'm not sure when, or it may have been like late last year or earlier this year, something like that. But 11 is the cutest thing. I absolutely adore her character and was in love with her. Um, I will say that I don't really like the way they portrayed the little girl Erica. um, I like that she was basically a genius, but I don't like that she, as the only black girl, had to be the one with the worst attitude and, always getting smart. Like, I didn't really like that for her character because she was literally a genius. And I really enjoyed the show. There is a little bit of a plot twist on that last season, but I recommend that you go see it. Stranger Things is definitely something that I feel like will continue in a way, but I just don't know how yet. There is a surprise at the end. So I do give Stranger Things a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and I recommend that you definitely go and watch that. That's a good show. And then the last one here is going to be Snowfall. So Snowfall is like 1980s LA. And Mr. Franklin here is tired of being broke. He's really young. He's dropped out of college. Or something happened with college, so he's back in LA, and he wants a better life for himself. So he does what he has to do, and he eventually becomes the biggest kingpin in the area of California. And he stops at nothing to go to the top. What I will say is I was very hurt by the way that this show ended. It really pissed me off. But I am happy to know that there will be a spinoff of Snowfall. So I'm excited about that and I can't wait till it starts. I believe it's supposed to be later this year with Wanda and what was his name? Her Wanda and her man. But um one thing I want to point out about Snowfall is the auntie, Franklin's aunt. That it's a prime example of, when you have people close to you and stuff like that, and they betray you. They do things that you weren't expecting them to do whole time. Family is not always blood. And she wasn't blood. She was actually his uncle's wife. So I do, it does kind of upset me the way that she did him, but um there were other things that upset me even more about Snowfall. So I'm hoping, let me just keep it on the screen. I'm hoping that this spinoff shows us a different story of how Snowfall ended. And I do recommend that you guys go see it. I mean, it's the drugs, the glory, the murderers, the the money, the drugs, the murderers, the drugs, the try. It's just a lot. It's a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, and it's a really good show. I give Snowfall a 10 out of 10. I give Snowfall a 10 out of 10. And Snowfall, I watched that on Hulu. So I think the rest of these shows were Netflix and then Hulu, Snowfall. So yeah, that is my review on these four shows. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I gave somebody some ideas of something that they can watch if you guys have been just trying to figure out some new shows that you want to pass your time with. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.